Zach,
Hector.
I came up with this new nickname.
For
Bebo is back.
Bebo.
Bronx baseball in October is back, baby. Bebo is back.
Hello, and welcome to another episode of Breaking Down the Tape. Hector has it right, man. We've got fall baseball. This is the time of year that makes Hector and I bricked up 24/7. We've got October baseball. We've got the start of the hockey season. The Jets are fucking winning, which is wild, but we'll get there. So, my mans, how's you doing today?
Bro, is there no better feeling than having even if you don't root for all New York teams, but having all New York teams be winning, except for the Mets. Mets are usually doing Mets things like they just did.
I'm glad we opened it up about that because I haven't hit him up, and I will. If you still listen, Mr. Mark Dowling, I remember earlier in the season when the Yankees were like they dropped to second place for the first time like all season, and the Mets were in first place, even though the Yankees had like 10 more wins because the AL is harder than the NL, but he was like, well, who's the real kings of New York? Who's the Mets are better than the Yankees? I'm like, no, by record they're not. And he's like, oh, but the Mets are better, Who's playing in October, bitch?
My thing is everyone was giving the Yankees shit when they had that bad August. And they're like, "Oh, you're about to blow your 15 game lead of your division." Well, the Mets actually did blow their 10 and a half game lead in their division, played in a wild card game, and lost.
Suck it.
101 wins for what? For your closer to play trumpets when he comes out?
Yo, did you see Jerry Seinfeld went off and was like, it's the goddamn trumpets. They're celebrating in the middle of. All right, first of all, Jerry Seinfeld, sit down. Let them have fun, okay? But I do agree with you. Like, all of that for nothing. All the fanfare, all the New York City hype, all the Queens baby brother bullshit, and
Queens,
there you are,
the
son.
greatest thing. Queens got quieted before the Bronx even became loud.
Mm-hmm.
Now the Bronx is loud and Queens is sleeping.
Sleeping. Anyway, man, with the beautiful Mets part out of the way, what else you got for me in sports, brother?
Oh man, this is great. Like you said, Houston just pulled a great comeback win. It sucks to suck. Like I said, it's gonna be a Yankees Houston ALCS. I would love for Seattle to take them out for us, but I mean it's gonna come down to that.
Yeah, that's
On
fair.
the other side, we had the Phillies upsetting the Braves today, 7-6. Came down
Saw that.
close. Braves almost came back, but that was a great first win at Atlanta for Philly if they are going to win this series. And then tonight, in maybe another hour or so, we have the Padres and the Dodgers first game. That's a clash of another division rivalry. Two LA teams. Obviously, we know what the Dodgers are capable of, and we know the Padres easily have a $1 billion roster that just needs to put it together and get healthy. And this is without Tatis Jr.
There's a lot, honestly, there's a lot to be said on Tatis Jr. and his
Especially the
missing of
PED
so
thing.
much. The PED thing, the motorcycle thing, it's like situation, like if you get injured, it is what it is, but like it's situation after situation that he has direct control of and is just optionally making the wrong choice. I like the kid. I love Tatis. I love what he does for baseball. I love the bat flips. I love the pimping home runs. I love everything. But I just hope he can kind of, at the risk of sounding like a boomer, pull his head from his ass and just play some baseball every now and then. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, so it'll be interesting matchup to see.
Yeah, let's just hope the Yankees pull out a win. They're currently playing right now. They just hit into a double play. Garrett Cole's going to come back on the mound. Hopefully, 1, 2, 3 them real quick, like the usual. We get back out there and put some runs on the board. Next up, we do have some hockey. Hockey is back. Hockey is here. Not coming, not soon to be. It is here. It is game one today. Rangers versus Lightning. They are currently playing as well. I'm not gonna lie, I am giving the first victory to the Lightning. It's only game one though. I'm thinking the Rangers, like I said, game one, they need to get accustomed and ready to the season. Take an
Yeah.
L early and go on their streak.
Yeah, look, would I like to beat the Lightning in a little bit of a revenge game? Of course I would. You know what I mean? But at this early in the season, if the Rangers wind up taking the L, I'm not going to come on here next week crying about, oh my God, the season's over, right? It's game one. Right now, we're in the first intermission, and we've got 0 across the board. So far, so good. I mean, it hasn't gone catastrophic, but again, even if we take a crazy L here, it's not.
I
I'm
mean, it's
not
a
gonna die.
typical Tampa Bay Rangers game, right? 0-0 across the board. It's a Shazirkin, Vasilevsky,
Mm-hmm.
uh, mismatch where, I mean, no one's going to score until someone scores.
It's funny that you say that because it's going to be, and I know that this is probably like the most like OJ Simpson thing to say, the team who scores the most touchdowns wins the game, right? Like this is going to be one of those, it's low scoring until it's not. It's low scoring until somebody opens the floodgates, and then each of these teams have potential to absolutely go buck wild.
And that's
So again, amazing goalies, but amazing
usually
shooters.
what happens. I mean, we've seen that in the series. Like it's 0-0 until the third, and then next thing you know,
Bang.
the clock hits 0 and it's 6-5.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, 100%. You said it, I said it. It's a low scoring game until it's not. Until that first person scores the goal, and then it has all the potential in the world to just open up. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes.
Oh man, I'm excited. Now,
Yes,
what do
sir.
we have for football?
My man. I mean, we'll just roll right into it. I mean, I don't want to. Football was good for the most part. This first one. By the way, how did we do overall?
Oh, I need to get my handy dandy notebook.
Do it.
So the notebook is here. Oh, we're gonna have to go through this and calculate who was right and wrong. All right. Where are we starting at?
So
For this week?
We're gonna start Thursday night in that absolute terrible game. I mean, Jesus! I don't even want to. Both these teams suck. I'm sorry.
I tell you what, the NFL definitely fleeced the fuck out of Amazon Prime, got
Fleeced.
tons of money, and gave them the shittiest fucking games.
They legit. I think somebody broke down the math on Twitter, and this game was worth $78 million. The
No.
Amazon Prime paid $78
Fuck.
million for this.
Yankees down 1.
Damn, that's all right. That's all right. By the end, we'll be winning. I got faith. So
Yeah.
we've got the Colts winning 12-9 over the Broncos in overtime. The game was a snooze fest. There is nothing good that came from this game.
I kind of called the game being like a 12-9 game. I just got the prediction wrong. We both went Broncos. You went Broncos by 1. I went Broncos by 3.
Yeah, this was the game. I mean, I'm sure if you run it back again, Hector said it. We got the team wrong, but this was the game we expected it to be. Garbage and ugly.
Yeah, complete like waste of. I think I turned it off. Not even into the second quarter.
I get it. Then we wake up early Sunday morning to watch the Giants beat the Packers 27-22 in London.
Oof. You took the Giants by 3. I took the Giants by 6. I mean, we're both right.
But you were close.
I think the Giants ended up winning by 5.
Yeah, 27-22 by 5. Yeah. Yeah, that was close.
And people still doubting my abilities.
I'm not necessarily doubting your abilities, but what I am doubting is the Giants keeping Saquon healthy. They are one Saquon injury away from that team losing the rest of their games.
That is, I will agree there. And they also need to figure out something for the wide receiver. It is not going to be likely that by week 10, this continue to go where Barkley is able to just run freely without them shutting him down with no passing game.
100%. When they have too many injuries at the wide receiver slot, Daniel Jones is just not good. Tyrod Taylor is okay, but they don't have the ability to overcome losing or having an unproductive Saquon, you know. Um, but next, I want to kick it straight over to the other side of New York, man. We got the Jets mollywhopping the Dolphins 40-17. But I said it. You wrote it, and then you scratched it out and put it whatever my real prediction was. Jets by 1,000,000 is what I said. By 1,000,000.
I didn't even scratch it out.
You didn't even scratch it out. It said Jets by 1,000,000. I love it. By 1,000,000.
You had Jets by 8. I had Jets by 10. They won by 1,000,000. It is here. They are here. The Jets are here.
Now, I want to address a few things because I know the Dolphins fan, they've already been chirping, bro, right? So, first play of the game. The Jets go like 5-0 on their first series or 6-0, whatever it is, on their first series. Braden Mann from the cliff of cutting from the edge of the roster to being one of the most valuable players in the last couple of games, punts them down to like the 2-yard line. The Jets come with a blitz. Sauce Gardner absolutely just cleans up Teddy Bridgewater. Unfortunately, he's out for the rest of the game with a concussion. But on that play, tries to throw the ball away. We get a roughing the passer in the end zone. Game starts defensively for the Jets with a safety. Now, from that point forward, Skylar Thompson comes in for the Dolphins. Third string quarterback, obviously Tua out, now Teddy out. And the Jets just dominated in all phases of the game. Now, the Jets won against a third string quarterback. Oh, really? They did, and that's true. But that third string quarterback, good thing, if Tua was out there, he would have really stopped Breece Hall from going for almost 200 scrimmage yards and setting a Jets rookie record. No, you're right. It would have stopped Zach Wilson from only missing 7 passings and throwing for 210 yards.
And rushing for a TD.
And rushing for a TD. Yeah, 5 rushing touchdowns for the Jets. But no, if Tua was out there, he would have stopped it. You're right. He would have stopped Corey Davis from only putting up 38 yards, which isn't a really big flex. But still, the whole game was built on Breece Hall. But would Tua or even Teddy have been better and made the Dolphins better out on the field? Sure. But can we not, the Jets handled business in every phase of the game. Are we really going to knock them for that? Are we really going to sit here and say, oh, well, it doesn't count as a real win because Tua was out or Teddy was out? Like, come on now.
But then we can, and I don't want to jump ahead and we'll get there, but the Patriots win their game with their third string quarterback against a team
that was going crazy.
I mean, come on. Like, what? So it's okay for them to win with their third string quarterback, but if we beat a third string quarterback, it's not.
Yep. Yeah.
It's just the same thing. Aren't they all NFL players?
And that they are. It's such a weird double standard, man. And I know, and this is the best thing Dolphins fans have to say. We have another one in Hard Rock Stadium. You're right. And we'll see you there. If Tua's healthy, put whoever you want out of the field, we'll see you there. But I'm not going to sit here for the slander. Whoa, if Tua was out, they would have shit stomped. No, save a couple of weak-ass defensive pass interference. Sauce and DJ had Waddle and Hill locked the fuck up. Locked up. So I don't want to hear none of that shit. Tyreek Hill went 7 receptions for 47 yards.
And yeah, Gardner got beat on the one. He gave up the pass interference.
That was weak, bro.
He should have turned his head around.
Weak.
But still,
yeah, I'm sorry. That was a weak ass penalty to me, but it is what it is. But yeah, I'm not going to do it with Dolphins fans.
And with the Giants beating the Packers, I firmly believe the Jets can beat the Packers next week.
We'll get into that. We'll get into our predictions for next week. But yes, I don't disagree there. We've got the Bills 38 over the Steelers 3. That game was just washed from the rip. The Bills just came out in an absolute slugfest and just took it to the Steelers.
Yeah, we both had the Bills by 14. Easy wash. I mean, Kenny Pickett, Pat Fryermuth got out with a concussion. Kenny Pickett just got annihilated. I mean, like we both called it, and we said last week, just learn from this game because we knew this was going to happen.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, Gabe Davis, 3 receptions, 2 touchdowns. 2 of those was like a 98-yarder and like a 70-something yarder. He just went off in this one. Stephon Diggs, 8 receptions, 102 yards. Josh Allen throws a total of 4 touchdowns. It was a dominant performance by the Bills. It was everything you expected to see out of them against a scrub team like the Steelers this year. Then we almost had an upset brewing. We finally get the Chargers beating the Browns, and I say finally because the Browns made a push for this victory here, and the Chargers had to come back against it. So it was good to see the Chargers come back, but they should not have to come back against a team like the Browns.
No, definitely not. You had the Chargers by 10. I had Chargers by 3.5. And
you had it closer, yeah.
I was going to say shameful that I was that close.
Yeah, especially when Austin Eckler is out here running for 173 yards. Mike Williams is putting up 134 yards. Like, I get it. Nobody can stop Nick Chubb, 134 yards and 2 touchdowns to his name.
They are missing Joey Bosa and Keenan Allen still not on the field.
Yo, he's killing me. I'm not gonna lie. In fantasy, I'm ready to fucking sell him. I'm like holding out hope, but I know it's only week 5, but Jesus, man, I need you to eventually make it back on the team.
Seriously, I've been holding out. They might play this week, might not play till week 6. Dude, yeah. I think he only played week 1 and barely got anything.
It's hard, man. It's hard out here. These injuries are killing people.
Seriously.
And we got the Vikings over the Bears in a 29-22 affair. The Bears actually had a chance at this one. I mean, only losing by 7. Who predicted what? I think we both went Vikings.
I mean, we both went Vikings. You had Vikings by 4. I had Vikings by 9. If it was primetime, Vikings probably would have lost this game.
Yeah, primetime Kirk just ain't the dude. Dalvin Cook finally looked like he knows how to play football again.
I'm still not
carries, 94 yards, 2 touchdowns.
Still not 100% sure he'll remain healthy all season. Justin Jefferson's going to remain doing what Justin Jefferson does.
Yeah, $154 on the ground or through the air. I mean, what more could you want from him?
Yeah, just a better quarterback. That's about it.
Yeah, fair enough. And then, kind of like you alluded to, we got the Patriots shit stomping Detroit 29-0.
Yeah, you had Lions by 4. I had Lions by 7. I didn't expect this. Again, damn. Bill Belichick playing great defense, shutting down the Lions in every way, shape, or form. Even though the Lions are missing some key players, they're missing Amon St. Brown, DJ Chark, Josh Reynolds, which is their top 3 receivers. Also missing their top running back in Swift, and their rookie Williams, wide receiver. Yeah, like Bill Belichick just fucking doing what he does defensively.
Yeah, I know I had the Lions to win, but if you told me that the Patriots were going to win, I wouldn't be too surprised, especially if you told me in a low-scoring affair. But 29-0, man. Woof. That's bad.
I mean, it saves the Patriots from going... Once again, like we said, we were talking about the Jets and the quarterback situation. Third-string quarterback beats the Lions. It's okay. Jets beat a third-string quarterback. It's not. But then again, everyone says, "Oh, but it's the Jets. They always suck." So then it should be okay then.
And on the other side, I saw a video on TikTok that was like romanticizing Jared Goff because now they're like 1-4, and before this game, you know how they've had the highest scoring offense in the NFL, and it was like romanticizing, and he's like saying, "I'm sorry" to the coach. The coach is like, "No, I'm sorry to you." It's like romanticizing him, and I made it on my personal TikTok, and I was like, No, we're not going to sit here and do this and pretend that Jared Goff is a good quarterback. We're not going to make these like dreary with the rain effect in the background and the black and gray we're not going to like romanticize Jared Goff. We're not doing this. He's having one good season. Nick Foles had a good run of a season, right? Like we're not.
Well, technically he's having 2 good seasons. He had a Super Bowl running season. And then he's having a good season this year.
Jared Goff gets carried. He is still one of two most okayest quarterbacks, and we'll get to, Carson Wentz and the
Who's
Ron
who's
Rivera comment
who?
later.
Uh,
But we got the Saints topping the Seahawks in a 39-32 affair. Who got who?
we lost those. We both had Seahawks by 4.
Damn.
We were riding that train. Rashad Penny gets hurt. I think that was a huge turning point of the game. Even though
Yeah.
Kenneth Walker is playing very well, nothing bad to really say on Geno Smith's part either. Just
3
the fact,
touchdowns.
just the fact that the Saints, they outplayed them.
Well, and I mean, honestly, the Saints as a whole, Alvin Kamara, 103 yards on the ground, but I mean, here comes Taysom fucking Hill, 9 carries for 112 yards and 3 fucking touchdowns. I mean, that's the difference, is Taysom Hill popping off. If he doesn't, I mean, obviously it's a 7-point game.
If it's not Taysom Hill, it's Kamara. So it's a really.
No, I hear you with that, but when Taysom Hill is out on the field, I think it causes defenses to pause because Kamara's not going to throw the ball. I mean, yes, maybe on like a weird gadget once every 200 plays, Kamara might throw the ball. But Taysom Hill has like a 50-50 shot of throwing the ball or running it. He really is. So it kind of makes you pause. You can't stack the box if he's back there because you don't really know what he's going to do. So I do think it makes it, quote unquote, easier for him to run the ball than a traditional running back. But I mean, still, you can't fault a guy or dig a guy for 9 carries and 112 yards. I mean, he's averaging 12.4 yards a carry. I can't dig at that. But you're right. I mean, Geno Smith, 3 tutties. Kenneth Walker, he came in 8 carries, 88 yards, and a touchdown. Can't shake a stick at that. 40 bomb Lockett, 104 yards and 2 tutties. It's not 50 points, but it's 40. So it still counts. We're still good. So Seahawks didn't play bad. It's just Taysom Hill came out of nowhere from the top rope. Then we'll go to the Falcons losing to the Buccaneers 21-15. Kind of had a little bit of a scary feel here at the end. I mean, the Buccaneers were leading 21-0 going into the 4th, and then Falcons came back and almost made a push.
Then the Falcons got cheated. That was not a roughing the passer. Tom Brady again looking for calls, bitching about calls. And then when he gets the call and everyone's like, that shit was wrong. Well, I don't throw the flags. Bitch, we saw you bitching for the call.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the roughing the passer calls, and we'll get into another one here in a moment, a little bit later on. But, and someone said it to me, ever since this Tua situation happened, the roughing the passer calls have been OD. Like, this is crazy. You can't even sack a quarterback. How is that a roughing the passer? I don't know. I don't know. It's just like at one point, no one knew what a catch was in the NFL. Was it 2 hands, 2 feet, and a football move? Was it 1 hand, a foot, and a foot? Nobody knows what a catch is. Nobody knows what a roughing the passer is. And we got to figure this out, NFL. This is just god awful.
Yeah, regardless, you had Tampa by 10. I had Tampa by 8. We get the win, but that's by default. Falcons probably should have fucking had that game.
Yeah, no, I agree. Then we'll go back. The Cowboys beating the Rams. I want to say it's panic time in LA. If I'm the Rams, I'm pushing whatever panic button we can. I know we're coming into week 6, but you're 2-3. I mean, the Cowboys are a good football team, but this is not looking good for the LA Rams.
You had the boys by 4. I had the Rams by 8, and I gotta eat them. Rams is not looking good. OBJ needs to sign back with the Rams. They better hope and pray he signs back with the Rams. He should be back by week 10. They got to fix the Super Bowl slump. I don't know what the fuck it is, but they got to figure something out. I don't think they're going to make the playoffs.
I mean, first play of the game was a Matt Stafford fumble for 6. I mean, look, I know that Dallas's defense is top 10. I'm not going to sit here and pretend that they aren't, but you can't. Your first play of the game and you're spotting the opposing team 6 points. Like, that can't happen. And I'm just saying, Cooper Rush is still undefeated. Quarterback controversy. Controversy, I say. We'll see. But I mean, honestly, if you look at just the stat line, the Rams should have beat the absolute piss out of the Cowboys.
It was
I mean,
defensively. Michael Park defensively, the Cowboys just manhandled them.
well, that's exactly what it comes down to is defensively. And I mean, again, this is one of those situations of the stat sheet doesn't always match up to the game film because defensively, we're not exactly far apart. We've got 5 sacks to 3 sacks, not exactly far apart. We do have 11 quarterback hits to 6 quarterback hits. Obviously, all of these
Let's
numbers in favor of
fucking
the
go.
Cowboys. What do we got? Yankees home run?
Harrison Bader ties the game 1-1. Let's fucking go.
Let's go, Master Bader. We love to see it.
Master Bader, let's go. He launched that shit.
Speaking of Master Baders, we have the Titans 21 over the Commanders 17. Carson Wentz still sucks.
Oh, man. We both had Washington. You by 1, me by 5.
Damn.
I can't wait to hear from fucking at fucking Baby Dick Energy on Twitter or TikTok or whatever the fuck it is. I'm not even on the shit. I don't do the shit, but I hear it. Baby Dick Energy, if you ever want some smoke, come get some smoke because I got fire for that ass too.
He's been begging. He's been begging to come on. It's honestly just my fucking schedule is what prevents him. But shit, I should put him in contact with you. You have fucking access to this shit. Anyway, Carson Wentz still sucks. And some interesting notes after the game when reporters asked Ron Rivera what separates them from the rest of their division and good play, he had one word: quarterback.
Hey, wait. That includes Daniel Jones.
I mean, yeah, Carson Wentz is definitely worse than Daniel Jones, but Jesus Christ. That's a bad bar. That's a bad bar. And look, Carson Wentz almost doubled Ryan Tannehill in passing yards. But hey, look, keys to victory. How many times have we said it? How many times have we said this? How do you think that the Titans won this game? By the way, this came down to an interception on 4th and goal or 3rd and goal in like the final seconds of the game.
You know what? I'm giving Carson Wentz a little bit of benefit of the doubt because he is dealing with injury. He has a rookie running back coming back from getting shot in the leg.
True that.
Gibson was dealing with, I think, ankle injury or hamstring. Jahan Dotson was out. Curtis Samuel played, but I think Scary Terry was dealing with some tweaks even though he played.
Yeah, the leading receiver was Diami Brown with 2 receptions for 105 yards and 2 touchdowns. Scary Terry, 5 for 76. Curtis Samuel, 6 for 62. I mean, look, it's not a terrible stat line. It really just came down to an interception on the final play of the game. But how do you think the Titans won? Derrick Henry, 28 yards, 28 carries, 102 yards, and 2 tutties. Derrick Henry rushes for over 100 yards and scores at least 1 touchdown. The Titans are probably going to win.
I came up with that theory like a year and a half ago, and it's been true.
It's just simply the way that it is.
As you can let him run for 300 fucking yards. If you don't let him go in the end zone, you probably win the game.
Yep, I agree. And Trevor Lawrence still fucking sucks because the Texans beat the fucking Jags 13-6. And Trevor Lawrence still sucks.
So you had the Jags by 7. I had the Jags even. So do I still take that L? I think I still do take that L.
I would still, if you said like Texans even or I don't care, then fine. But you did lean on the side of the Jags.
So, okay. I'll take that L. Yeah, Trevor Lawrence, he's still a fucking bum.
He's still a fucking bum. Threw 0 touchdowns, 2 interceptions this game.
I just want to say the only quarterback in that draft class that has been doing very well, Zach Wilson.
Zach Wilson wasn't drafted with Trevor Lawrence, was he?
He was the number 2 pick. Trevor Lawrence was number 1.
Oh, right. Yeah, for some reason, I had it in my head for a quick second that Trevor Lawrence, it was his 3rd year in the NFL. But you're right, it is his 2nd. That's on me. It's on me. I've only been hating him for 2 years. You're right. Yes. Yeah, Zach Wilson is absolutely murder. And he hasn't even played a full fucking season yet. But Trevor Lawrence still sucks. I won't get off this high horse.
He said, "Why? I'll take it to the bank."
7 turnovers in 2 weeks. Tell me he's good. 7 turnovers in 2 weeks to
Hey,
his
if it's
name.
fumbles, as long as he doesn't lose the fumble, it doesn't count.
They were lost. They were lost, sir. 4 fumbles last week and an interception, 2 interceptions this week. He is not good. Get over it. All you Trevor Lawrence stands trying to come out. Well, he's 2-0 on the season. Shut up. Now he's 2-3 or 3-2. 2-3. I was right. 2-3. Anyway, 49ers over the Panthers. We all saw this coming 37-15.
You got 49ers 10. I got 49ers by 6. I mean, there's a lot in this to unravel.
Oh,
we
yeah.
got Baker Mayfield leaving in a boot. We got them hoping Sam Darnold comes back to start. Then by the end of the game, we got Matt Rule getting fired, along with defensive coordinator Snow getting fired.
Yep.
This is just fucking, with potential of rumors being said that CMC is being shopped, along with some of the other
DJ Moore,
top
Robbie Anderson.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard that the vultures are circling and the Carolina Panthers have pretty much opened it up and said, we are in full rebuild mode. What do you want? Scarily, I have heard Christian McCaffrey's name linked with the Buffalo Bills. They have outwardly denied it, but I don't believe GMs and coaches for absolute dog shit.
That would be lethal, and that's all the Bills need to go to the Super Bowl.
If Christian McCaffrey goes to the Bills, just put all your money that you have, take out a second mortgage on the Bills winning the Super Bowl.
I'm not going to lie. If I'm the Kansas City Chiefs, I'm also getting on that boat and trying to move for CMC. I'm down with giving up McKinnon and Edward-Helaire just for CMC plus draft picks to grab him. That would be a move for the KC to make. That would instantly catapult them as a Super Bowl favorite.
For sure. Rangers scored, by the way, 1-0.
Yes, let's go. New York scoring everywhere. There's a couple teams out there that definitely can use his skill set.
Oh, for sure. For sure. There's a couple of teams that would, I mean, especially if you're Super Bowl favorites, right? It immediately catapults you. But I definitely think there are a solid amount of teams that you could always use Christian McCaffrey if he can stay healthy. Now that's the problem, right? Now that's the ding on how many draft picks is. This guy has a record of not being able to stay healthy. What realistically do you think that the Panthers can get for him?
I mean, he's going to be a first rounder at least.
At least one, I agree.
He's at least going to be one. I would say teams are going to try to push for around 1 first rounder and maybe 2 seconds. Like, that'll be like where they're trying to stay at. I know Panthers are going to try to push for 2 or 3 first rounders.
Yeah.
Because they're looking at the upside. Upside is, yes, he is worth 3 first rounders. Downside is he doesn't touch the field.
Right. Availability is your best ability, and unfortunately, he just hasn't had that recently. But I don't know. I think minimum 1. I'm thinking like a 1 and 2 threes will probably do, or maybe a 1, a 3, and a 5 if you're lucky, something like that. But I definitely think he gets at least 1. On the flip side, Jimmy G does his best game managing. Jeff Wilson Jr., 17 carries, 120 yards, and a tutty on top of it. Brandon Ayuk, 58 yards. He leads the team. George Kittle has not existed on a football field this entire season. He's gone MIA. His picture is all over milk cartons in the Bay Area. And Niners win this game. Ain't much to it.
He was on pace of being one of the greatest tight ends with Kelsey, and he fell off over the last 2 years. I don't know what's going on with Kittle.
I wonder if it's a system thing, right? Like, if Kittle's in the Kansas City system, is he Travis Kelce? You know what I'm saying? Like, is it a Shanahan system thing?
I believe so. Which I would think with Jimmy G, he would get more targets.
That's what I thought. I really thought his value was going to skyrocket when Lance
I thought Jimmy G being the quarterback, Brandon Ayuk, Deebo Samuel, Kittle, the passing game skyrockets.
I really thought so too, but they've really kept him managing shit. They've really kept him just kind of even keel. And I know there's a lot of factors behind it. He didn't have the playbook in the offseason, all of that, but I really thought some of his favorite targets would return to being his favorite targets. But, what do I know? We've got the Eagles remaining undefeated at 5-0, 20-17 over the Cardinals. What are we looking at?
We Eagles by 7. I took Eagles by 4.
Damn close.
I mean, Eagles took care of business the way they were supposed to.
They look good. Eagles look good.
Cardinals,
I hate to say it.
Cardinals, I don't know what's going on with their backfield. I know Benjamin had a good game. Connor has been dealing with some injuries. He was a touchdown god for them last year. I think he had 17.
Yeah,
That's
something
a
like
big
that.
portion of their offense right there. They're missing. Also, D Hop will be coming back after the bye week.
Yes.
After week 6, I don't think it's even a bye week for them. It might be after week 6. So week 7, possibly week 8, we see him. That'll change the way the Cardinals playing. Even though Hollywood Brown been balling.
Yeah, he has. I mean, in this game, he has 8 receptions, 78 yards, 1 touchdown, all on 10 targets, longest to 25. I mean, oh no, I'm thinking that was Marquise Brown. My bad. AJ's been what 3 for 32? No, Hollywood is Marquise. I get them confused. Right? Hollywood is Marquise Brown.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so I was right originally. The 2 Browns fucked me up for a quick second. But yeah, 8 receptions on 10 targets, 78 yards and a touchdown. Nothing to shake a stick at. I mean, Cardinals didn't play bad football. The Eagles just played more consistent football. They scored in every quarter of the game. Then we got the Bengals falling to the Ravens. Ravens 19, Bengals 17. Another team, man. The Bengals, I mean, they look better than the Rams as far as Super Bowl slumps go, but still just not being able to put it together all the way, man.
You got Bengals by 2. I got Bengals by 10. This was the Bengals, like you said, still got to put it together. The Ravens still got to put it together.
True that.
The Ravens just played better defense. And then you got the greatest kicker of all time.
Yeah, he had to hit what a 60-something yarder, 2 yarder, 61 yarder, something like that. Just fucking nailed it through to win the game.
And he calls himself a system kicker.
I saw that shit. That he's like, I'm not good. I'm just a system kicker. Fucking wild. In defense of the Bengals, T. Higgins was not out on the field. He was dealing with injury. I mean, Hayden Hurst led the way with 53 yards and a touchdown. Jamar Chase came in second with 50 yards. You know, that's never a good thing when Jamar Chase isn't lighting up the scoreboard. But look, you gotta win the games, right? You gotta win the close ones. And I know that Justin Tucker is an ungodly kicker, but you gotta win these close games, is what it comes down to.
Yeah. Like I said, I think both these teams are still dealing with injuries as well.
Mm-hmm.
I know Hayden Hurst was questionable. He still played pretty well. I know the Ravens was out without Rashad Bateman. And I don't know if Duvernay even played.
He did. He had 5 receptions for 54 yards, but only 7 targets.
And J.K. Dobbins, I thought this was going to be a run-heavy game for them, and they stood away from him.
Yeah, I mean, again, Lamar Jackson leads the way with 12 carries for 58 yards. It's just not feasible for me in the long run. But yeah, J.K. Dobbins eventually has to take over that rushing attack. And then we've got the roughing the passer heard round the world. Monday Night Football, Kansas City Chiefs 30, Las Vegas, excuse me, Raiders 29. What a game. It was a good game. Devontae Adams won me the Degenerates week, and Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce combined to make me lose to Chaz in a different league. So
yeah, Raiders came out strong. Came out thinking the defense was playing hot. The offense was playing even better. Even missing Darren Waller with the hamstring. He left early.
Mm-hmm.
My thing is why is Adams only getting 7 or 8 targets? He goes off for 3 for 124 and 2 TDs, and he doesn't get any really much targets after that. Josh Jacobs played well. And then the second half came, and you could see toward the second half of the second quarter that the Chiefs were starting to build it up, and you're like, oh, here it comes.
Mm-hmm.
And then they just let it happen.
Yeah, man. First 2 quarters, the Chiefs just were scrambling. Patrick Mahomes was pressured on every play. They couldn't get anything going. They actually wind up 20-10 at the end of the second quarter. And then, like you said, they just took over from that point forward. And the Raiders even had a chance. It was 30 to what was it? 30-23. The Raiders score, making it 30-29. And Josh McDaniels goes for 2. Elects to not go for the extra point, to not tie this thing up, and goes for 2. Now, for a second, it worked out in his favor because they got the stop. They get the ball back. A field goal wins this thing. No matter what, a field goal would have won it. But a field goal wins this thing. And the game ends on a 4th down in which Devontae Adams and Hunter Renfrow either misjudged the depth of their routes or what, but ran crossing routes and ran smack dab into each other, and the ball lands harmlessly to the turf to end the game. So it was Josh McDaniels is not a good coach. I think that's been pretty clear with their 1-4 start.
I don't like that last play with them. Sloppy. Like you said, Josh McDaniels didn't know what he was doing in that last series. And like this shouldn't have been allowed. I would have, if it was me personally, I would have just went for the field goal and sent it into OT and dealt with it after that.
See, what I don't understand, and you already brought this up, right? What I don't understand is Devontae Adams is getting 7 targets over 4 quarters of football. Like this, you're playing a division rival. You're 1-3, and you're targeting your best player 7 times over 4 quarters. Want to know who had the second most targets? Fucking Josh Jacobs. Like, yes, finally he figured out how to play football again on the ground, and that's awesome. But Josh Jacobs got targeted the second most amount? Not Hunter Renfrow? Not Mac Hollins? Not actual fucking receivers? Like, I get Darren Waller's not on the field, but Josh Jacobs can't be your second guy. Sorry, he just can't. So anyway, I'm of the firm belief that Josh McDaniels not a good coach, and the Broncos and Raiders are fighting for bottom of that division, no matter how well individual players play.
Yeah, Raiders is getting shown to be not fake, I guess. Fake, not what they really are. And Broncos, they're winning games just
accidentally.
Accidentally. So,
and I alluded to it, by the way. This was another game with another pass interference that was just roughing the passer. That was just absolutely wild. I forgot the D lineman. I think it was Chris Jones. Maybe comes in, sacks Derek Carr, strips the ball mid sack, recovers the ball mid sack, and gets called for roughing the passer.
Yep.
What? What are we now? Again, the Chiefs won. It didn't affect the game, but
why don't we just make it that the quarterbacks have flags on them and it's flag football for them, and then I guess touch football for everybody else?
I'm with Troy Aikman. I know he's under fire right now because he made the comment on live national television. When are we going to take the dresses off and play football? I agree. You can yell at me all you want. I agree. When are we going to allow these men to play football? Like, what are we doing here? Like, come on, you can't sack the quarterback and strip the ball anymore? That's wild to me. Wild. The NFL needs to figure it out. I know we're all scared of creating concussions and shit like that, but we've got to let these people play football. Period. End of story.
As of week 5, since week 4, we didn't do a prediction or anything, so we null and voided week 4. As of week 5, Zach, you are 23-40. You had a week this week of 10-6.
Yeah, boy.
I am 27-36. And I had a week this week of 9-6.
Don't call it a comeback. I've been here for years.
9-7. I'm up on Zach by 4 as of right now.
Making the comeback. If we had not voided out week 4, I know I would have had 4 games more than you, and this would be tied. But
Oh
that's
no!
all
If we had week 4, I'm over 500.
Yeah, if we had week 4, I'm probably worse, to be 100% honest. So I'm okay with us not
If
doing
we
that.
did week 4, I'm probably either at or yeah, because I'm 11 games to 500. I probably would have been like 10-6 again. So yeah,
Fair
I'd be
enough.
2 games under 500.
So let's look ahead. We got week 6 next week. Thursday night football does not get any better. This is just, I fucking hate everything about this. Even ESPN's odds hate everything about this because the Commanders are taking on the Chicago Bears, prime time, Thursday night, Amazon Prime, and the betting line is even. Not even ESPN thinks anyone's gonna win this shit. Give me the Bears, I guess. I guess. I mean, this is like your even bet, right? Like someone's got to win this thing, and I guess it'll have to be the Bears.
So you're
Maybe.
gonna take Bears even?
Yeah, I'll take the Bears, I guess.
Yeah, this is fucking sucks. Who's home?
Chicago.
Ugh. I mean, it's regardless who's home, but
Yeah, I mean, at least they play in a real football stadium in Soldier Field.
give me Washington.
Oof. I mean, look, you
By
might
1.
not be wrong, but by how
Washington by
much?
1. I'm taking a wild fuck. I'm going on a goose chase.
Honestly, in this one, it really is a coin flip. It could go fucking either way. Both of these teams are absolute dog shit. Then we've got the Jets traveling to Green Bay to take on the Packers. Green Bay is favored by 7. Give me the Jets by 4.
Before you even said anything, I already wrote mine. I took Jets by 3. I am riding that train. If the Giants can go out and take out the Pats the way they did and beat them by 5 when I had predicted 6, then I don't think I'm wrong taking the Jets by 3.
Yeah, the Jets secondary is going to handle the Packers secondary. Aaron Rodgers is good. There's no doubt about that. I'm not taking that away. But they are going to handle the Packers receivers. Wait, Romeo Dobbs and Christian Watson and the Lizard King are going to beat fucking DJ Reed and Sauce Gardner? No. They couldn't even beat Bryce Hall. All right. So no, I'm not stressed about it.
Yeah, this is going to be a run heavy game. Who does better? Is it going to be Aaron Jones and Dylan, or is it going to be Michael Carter and Brees Hall? Everyone knows where I'm going with that. The rookie of the year, Brees Hall, with the defensive rookie of the year, Sauce Gardner. I said what I said.
I don't disagree. Next, we got 49ers traveling to Atlanta to take on the Falcons. Give me the Niners by 10. There's nothing in Atlanta that makes me even think that they have a shot.
Yeah, 49ers it's pretty much healthy besides Elijah Mitchell. Falcons are missing Kyle Pitts, Drake London. Mariota doesn't know who the fuck he's throwing the ball to.
Cordero Patterson, I don't know, will
Patterson
be back.
is out. I'm taking 49ers by 12.
I respect it. Then we've got the Patriots traveling to Cleveland to take on the Browns. I've got Bill Belichick beating his former team. I've got the Patriots. I know the line is Cleveland by 3, but I got the Patriots by 3.
This is rough. I don't think Bill Belichick's going to be able to do what he did to the Lions, to Nick Chubb, pretty much to Nick Chubb. I'm taking the Browns by 4.
Fair enough. And it's good reasoning. It's just it's hard for me to get bet against Bill Belichick. He just shut down, he just blanked the league's highest scoring offense. Maybe I'm overreacting, but
But they weren't healthy, Zach, so it doesn't count.
Right. It doesn't count as a real win. You know what? That's on me. Not changing my pick, but we've got Jacksonville traveling to Indy. The line is Indy by 2. Look, I'll take the Colts, or the Jags in this. I'll take the Jags in this by 2, only because I think the Colts suck, not because I think the Jags are good. Let me make that clear.
I'm going to take the Colts by 6.
Ooh.
I'm going to eat my words, though, because this kind of results around if Jonathan Taylor plays, which he missed his first practice ever and first
Right.
game ever. So I think he comes back. I don't think he's going to miss another practice or game. I think because of missing that, he's pissed off. And
You think he's going to have a game?
And we might see an old version, a last year version of Jonathan Taylor.
Maybe. I just don't trust Matt Ryan. I don't trust the Colts defense. I don't trust anything about the Colts. That's what it comes down to for me. I don't trust shit about the Colts. We've got the Vikings traveling to Miami. Moneyline says Vikings by 3, and I'll take the Vikings by 6.
I'm taking the Vikings by 2. Matter of fact, no, I am switching. I'm changing that. I'm on air right now, changing that. I am taking Miami by 5.
I thought you would take Miami. I'm not surprised by this.
Tua will be back. Tua will play.
You think so?
Tua will be back. He's already said to be back. He's off the concussion protocol. I believe he does play. They're not going to let this shit get out of hand while they're still able of turning this shit around. And
you don't think they keep him on a pitch count or anything?
No.
You don't think they keep short leashed and safe?
I think as long as he doesn't take any, if he takes a hit that looks uncomfortable, they'll probably monitorize it. But I think they'll let him go out and play.
See, if I'm the Vikings, if Tua is playing, I'm blitzing every play.
Oh,
I'm dogging his ass.
Oh yeah, without a doubt. But remember, you can only wrap up and then gently lay down.
True that. Oh my God, over under on 6 roughing the passer calls in that game.
God.
Got the over. Anyway, Bengals traveling to New Orleans to take on the Saints. They got the Bengals by 1.5 in this one. I don't know where I go in this. This is a toss up. This is a fucking coin flip for me.
I'm gonna take the Bengals by 7. I still don't think the Saints are all the way there. I know they got Kamara back. The QB situation is still not 100%. I mean, Andy Dalton is trying the best he can. And maybe this is the game where Joe Burrow and the Bengals start to click.
Yeah, I was leaning towards Bengals to start. Man, if you could just get the Saints to fucking fire on all cylinders. But right. I agree.
You can see it there with the Saints too, but I feel like it's a quarterback situation right now.
Right. Give me the Bengals by 5. How much longer can you keep down Joe Burrow and the Bengals?
That's what I'm saying. This might be the game where they get it to fucking rock.
Yeah. I don't hate that. We've got the Ravens coming to New York to take on the Giants, and I'm sorry, the Giants run ends here. Ravens are favored by 5. Give me the Ravens by 8.
Ravens by 8 in New York. I am still riding that train. Giants win by 3.
Wow, really?
It is going to be a late minute fuckery type. Saquon Barkley doing his thing. And he's going to bully his way into the end zone, and they are going to win.
I mean, look, the Ravens' defense is suspect at best, but can you really think Saquon Barkley can keep up the scoring with Lamar Jackson? Because that's what it comes down to, right? Can Saquon score as many times as Lamar Jackson? I just don't think so. Me personally. We've got the Buccaneers heading to Pittsburgh to beat the shit out of the Steelers. Give me fucking Bucks by 14. If you thought what the Bills defense did to the fucking Steelers was bad, Tampa's gonna beat the absolute pit. Kenny Pickett's gonna retire. He's gonna really wonder why the fuck he's playing football after this kind of game. He is going to fucking hate life.
Steelers win by 10.
You are not. I mean, do what you want, but no fucking way.
No, I got the Bucks.
You better be careful. I heard the producer's an asshole. He's gonna clip that and actually make people think you chose the Steelers by 10.
Oh yeah, right. I got the Bucks by 11. Yeah, that's being generous. Like I'm not gonna say Bucks by fucking 40 because it's probably gonna end up like that, but
it has the potential to end up that way. Now we're leaking into the 4:00 games. We've got the Panthers traveling to LA to take on the Rams.
I don't know. I don't know.
Rams are favored by 10.5. And look, I think this is the game where they show something against it's against the dog.
Let's go! Let's fucking go! That's a homer! That's a homer! That's
Care to elaborate?
Homer.
Going once.
That they're reviewing it. They're reviewing it. This is wild.
While they review it, give me the Rams by 11. There's no way they lose to the fucking Panthers. That would
Rams
be wild.
By 11. I'll agree. The Panthers are a complete disarray right now. They're That's a home run. That's a home run. It hit the fan right in the fucking chest. That's a home run. Yep. It hit the fucking guardrail. The dude fucking tried to catch it, bounced off his hand and everything.
Little bit of baseball sprinkled in with football predictions.
Yep, that's a homer. I'm taking the Rams by. I'm only gonna give them by 10. Just for the fact that it'll probably Cooper Kupp is capable enough of himself to give them a 2-touchdown lead.
For sure.
So
for sure.
That's it, because we know their run game is absolutely Casper the Ghost.
Right.
And honestly, their defense is a second version of themselves at this point. Mm-hmm. And I don't know why you went out and got Allen Robinson when you're not targeting him. And,
barely.
And you got fucking Vance Jefferson, who no longer gets any snaps.
Yeah, barely put these guys to use. It's terrible. But if the Rams lose to the Panthers, it is definitely time to burn the city down. But I think this is a game where they finally look like they play good football. Then we have the Cardinals traveling to the Seahawks. Arizona's favored by 3 in this, but gimme Geno.
Another battle of the
Seahawks, man. I don't think the clock is striking midnight on Cinderella just yet. Give me the Seahawks by 4.
Seahawks by 4. Another battle of the birds. We just had the Cardinals lose to the Eagles. They called them out. That's some bullshit.
They took the home run off the board?
Yep, they took the home run off the board.
Crazy.
Give me Geno.
Yeah, there we go. There we go. We believe in Cinderella.
I think Kenneth Walker is going to have a pretty good game too.
It's his time to shine, man.
Kyler's going to do his thing, but I just think the team as a whole just squeaks out this win. Give me the Hawks by 2.
Cliff Kingsbury is a fucking fraud. He is a fucking fraud. And then we've got the overtime matchup, the revenge game. The Bills travel to Arrowhead to take on the Chiefs for Sunday afternoon, not even night. What? Not even night. Wait, I'm looking at the times here and there is Sunday. Okay. We've got the Bills Chiefs Sunday afternoon. I'm surprised that's not a fucking primetime game.
Seriously.
Damn, Bills are favored by 3. You know what? Yeah. Give me the Bills. Give me the Bills. Give me the Bills by 10. Give me the
Woo!
Bills by 10. They're pissed off. They're gonna have a fresh Christian McCaffrey on their team after they trade 3 first-round picks for him. I'm just
Oh,
kidding.
through his legs. Let's fucking go. See, that's what you get, pussy. Get that triple. Get that triple because you don't know how to field right, you fucking trash. You get out of New York. You're trash, bro.
We need to get you on some live commentary for baseball games. Maybe baseball will be interesting again.
IKF with a fucking double down the line. Homeboy don't know how to fucking field. Over here playing fucking pee-wee right field. Lets that shit right through his fucking legs.
Love to see it. Who you got in this game?
I had the Bills winning the Super Bowl. I got the Bills beating the Chiefs in the AFC Championship. I got the Bills winning. They're making a statement. They don't like that they lost to the fucking Miami Dolphins. They're making a fucking statement. Every game from here on now is going to be a straight slaughterhouse, a straight blowout. Even if the defense lets up anything close to 20 points, they're throwing up 40 and 50 bombs every fucking night. I got the Bills, but I'm only taking the Bills because it's still the Chiefs, and Travis Kelce has just proven with Patty Mahomes they can still get it done. It's a fucking shootout. I'm taking the Bills by 5.
And whatever the over-under is, let's bet the over. Whatever the over-under is, let's take the over for this game. Sunday night, we've got an NFC East matchup. The Dallas Cowboys travel to Philadelphia to take on the undefeated Eagles. The undefeated Cooper Rush takes on the undefeated Eagles. ESPN has the Eagles by 5, but Cooper Rush can't be beat. We believe in Cinderella stories here. My man is the Ginger Ninja. He's coming out here, and he's going to put the beats on the Eagles. Cowboys by 1.
Cowboy, he's putting the beats on them. Cowboys by 1. You know what? Fly, Eagles, fly.
I'm muting that.
Are on the road to victory.
I'm gonna mute all of this.
Eagles. I'm taking the fucking Eagles. They are not losing just yet. They are home. I'm giving them that home field advantage. They are gonna shake Cowboys boots. They are gonna stomp on them bitches. There's a snake in my boot. Will not no more. Eagles are winning. I'm taking Eagles by 7.
And then Monday night, we've got the Broncos going to LA to play the Chargers.
Let's
LA
go.
is
Yankees
favored
up
by
2-1.
5.
That's fly. Love it.
With the Chargers favored by 5, I think the Chargers are going to win by 14.
Who you said they just played?
Fuck the Broncos, man.
So you got Chargers by 14?
Yeah, Broncos are absolute dog water. There is no way they hang in this game.
I got to stay with my boy Justin Herbert. I've rode with him as MVP. He's still playing in an MVP type level, even though he's hurt and still missing Keenan Allen. Once Keenan Allen comes back, you're about to see that man go on a fucking tear. He's still tearing it up with Austin Eckler and Mike Williams. I'm taking the Chargers over the Broncos. Broncos is hurt. I know Russell Wilson has a torn lat, I think.
Something like that.
In his throwing arm, so that's fucking with him. The receivers don't even compare to what the Chargers have. Solid defense, but they don't compare to what anything the Chargers are about to give to them. I'm giving Chargers by 10.
Yeah, I'm sorry. The Broncos just are not going to hold a flame to this. And that's all we got. That brings us to the end. The Yankees are up 2-1. We love to see it. We'll check the Rangers score real quick. We got end of the second period, 1-1 Rangers Lightning. And yeah, man, we'll hit you guys up during the Degenerates episode. You got anything else for him, my man?
Let's go Yankees to the World Series. Is that what I said?